Hey, welcome to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy. Today I'm doing an unpaid, non-paid, however you see that, Kickstarter preview. And this reminded me of a Exploding Kitten set collecting game. And so if that throws you off right away, then this might not be the game for you. This is definitely one of those card games that you play and you have your plans and your opponents completely mess you up. And then by the end of the game, whoever manages to wrangle the best gang of chilies at the very end of the game is going to win. And I liked the premise. So I said, send me the game. I want to check it out. I got some people around the table and we played this game. And let me tell you how to play the game, and then you can go to the Kickstarter campaign and decide if this is something that you want to back or not. Here's what you get in the box with Chili Mafia. Now, this is a prototype of the game, so I don't know if it's going to have this fancy little magnetic box in the Kickstarter campaign, but this is what I got. You're going to get a huge stack of cards, and inside that stack of cards, you're going to have all of these. Some little player aids. You have what I don't know what the rules call them, but attack cards, and then helping cards. And then these are the sets of cards that you can make in the game. Now, Chili Mafia is a set collection game. So I'm trying to collect sets of peppers. And so different chilies that I can have. And there's all different ones in the game. The Hungarian, Poblano, Jimmy Nardello, Habanero, Jalapeno, the sweet chili. And so you can make sets in two different ways. Let me show you. So you can make sets that are all different numbers, or sets that are the same kind. They have to have at least 3 in them, but they could have as many as you want. And they have the wonderful sweet chili card that is wild, so I could add it to any one of these sets. Now you have attack cards and then you have helping cards. So real quickly, the earner card allows you to draw 2 cards from the deck. So these are pretty helpful. Add 2 more cards to your hand. The shakedown allows you to randomly draw a card from an opponent. The booster allows you to name a chili pepper and your opponent has to give you that. The forget about it, which a funny story, we thought it said fudged about it. Anyways, forever now, this card is going to be called Fudged About It, but it's Forget About It. And the Forget About It card allows you to stop an attack card that somebody else does. And then the Bagman allows you to look at the top 3 cards of the discard pile and top 3 cards in the discard pile, and you get to keep 1. So that's what those do. So those are kind of helpful cards that you can play in your turn. Now, what about the attack cards? And so I told you this is very Exploding Kittens-like. And in that idea, you are going to be looking around the table and you see that your opponent has this nice set of Jimmy Nardellos over here and you want to mess that up. So you could simply say, I'm going to attack you. So you play the whack card. And that allows you to eliminate a chili pepper and get that out of a stack of cards. Now, the basic rule of the game is that you can only play as many attack cards as you have gangs. So in my example down here, I have 1, 2, 3 different gangs. So I could, on my turn, play 3 attack cards. But once one of my sets goes under 3, now I really only have 2 gangs. So now I could only play 2 cards. Unless, of course, I come along and add a sweet chili to it. And now I have 3 gangs again. So there are a number of different attacks, and forgive me if I just read them on here, but whack is how you get rid of 1 card. Whack is times 2. Whack-em is you get rid of 2. The pinch is you're going to steal somebody back. Or no, that's turncoat. Turncoat allows you, I think, to steal somebody back. And then pinch allows you to slide 1 chili pepper back into the middle of the draw deck. So I'm going to get rid of this habanero and put it back inside here. Now, the only catch is that you have to do this thing where you say, my habanero is going to attack your Poblano. And the reason for that is that each one of the chilies has a number on them. And so you can only use an attack. You can only attack another chili that's less than the number that you're using. So this habanero, if I wanted to get rid of your powerful habanero, I would have to have another habanero or a card that is higher than that. And so you're going to be doing some things, and it does feel very gang-like that I'm trying to take out the head honcho and try to get rid of that. And you might not care about up the Jimmy Nardellos because they're just a 2, and those poor little sweet chilies, why would I get rid of that? Well, you want to get rid of the sweet chilies because they are kind of wilds. And so you're going to be doing this thing where you go around the table and you're trying to play cards into gangs so that you could then attack other gangs. And then they're going to be attacking you. Very take that, very back and forth. But it is very light in that. So just know going in, you're not going to keep your precious gang together. There will be some pepper seeds, spread on the ground because somebody's going to get sliced and diced, and whatever the pepper puns would be, but somebody's going to, the juice will flow, I guess is I'm trying to say, the blood will be spilled, the juice will be flowed, whatever. And so somebody's going to die, and that's how the game really is going to work until you get down to this little card that's in the bottom of the deck. I think it's cool how they do this is you shuffle the cards, you put so many in there based off of the number of players, and then if you can see this, there is a line on the bottom of that. You can't really see that, but there's a line on the bottom of this. You stack it up and then you slide it in at that level. Okay, so then you're going to play the game until all these cards go through, and then you finally reveal this card. And this kind of signals like the end is near, the cards are going down, and then it kind of allows you to move cards around, rearrange gangs and put them in different places and kind of set up your final move. And then you kind of go for it. The final battle is on. And that's interesting because once people start setting up sets, then you start saying, okay, they're going to score a ton of points unless I completely mess up that set. And so you're trying to figure out maybe when do I want to hold cards in my hand and play them near the end so nobody messes up my gang, or I'm just going to put them all out there and see how it falls. Okay, so at the end of the game, once all the cards have been played, you are going to then be able to score for whatever gangs are left alive on the table. Remember, a gang has to be at least 3 peppers, and then you score points in this way. Let me show you my example here. If it's all different cards, you're just going to add up the points. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7, 16 points for that gang. But on the jalapenos up here, instead on these, it's double if they're all the same. So 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15, you get 30 points for that one. Right over here, it's the same kind of thing. These would all be the same because the sweet chili mocks it. So 2 plus 2, that's 5. So this would be 10 points over here. So you know going in that somebody, if they have like a whole bunch of 7, if there's a habanero gang over there, a whole bunch of 7s, you're like, we got to take that guy out because he cannot add 7 plus 7 plus 7 times 2 and get a ton of points. So you don't want that to happen. So there will be, like I said, lots and lots of back and forth. I built my gang got destroyed. Why are you picking on me? Go shoot his gang. Look, he's got all the points over there. Go mess with him. So you can do a whole lot of that in the game, a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of joking, a whole lot of back and forth on what cards do I have, what cards do they have, and then strategy, especially near the end, really comes through. I cannot remember how long they said that this game plays, but the more that you play it, the faster that this is going to go. You're going to get way past all of the rules. This is definitely one of those games that at some point you can take this little player aid card, which I'm glad they have, but at some point you don't even need it. Just take this, throw these away, or keep them in the box and just play, because the cards are very self-explanatory. What you do to each other is very clear on the cards, and so I really, really like that. It's going to play fast. You're going to play multiple rounds of this. This is definitely a gateway. I'm not used to gaming. I'm not into gaming kind of game that you could pull out, laugh and joke and have a good time. Serious gamers that are they're looking for some kind of a lot of agency and don't mess up what I'm doing, they're probably not going to like this game. They're probably going to want to look for something else. But if you're looking for a party game that plays up to 8 people with a lot of back and forth, very similar to Exploding Kittens, then this game is definitely going to be that. But I like it way better than Exploding Kittens because there's actual points involved and strategy involved, and you're trying to make it to the end. Who has the most points? You're trying to think through that. When am I going to play the cards and pick them up? It's not just a survival game, make it to the end, that kind of thing. It's definitely, there is some strategy. There are some ways that you can kind of game the system to make sure that you win. So I really like that. So all right, there you go. That is Chili Mafia. It should be on Kickstarter right now. If you back the game because of this video, tell them that the Board Game Closet sent you. I would love to know if I helped you in any way make a decision, yes or no. on Chili Mafia. Thanks. We'll see you later.